Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. Well, I don't know if you can see OG Luba right back there. I just sent it out on a task, but that's not why I am here today. Today we are going to test the Omni Luba on gravel roads. Some people are worried that maybe the small gravel rocks will get stuck in those little rollers and cause problems. So I'm going to drive Luba up and down the driveway a few times. Maybe we'll do some donuts just to test this theory out and see if it's a real problem or not, or if there's nothing to worry about. So OG Luba is going to work. It's going to have a rough day back there. I will talk about that after this episode. I'll add it on to the end. And let's go play with Omni Luba on the road. Okay, so I've unloaded Omni Luba here. You can see this is the one with the Omni tires here. Now what we're testing is if the rocks are going to get jammed up in these rollers. So I'm just gonna do some laps here in the driveway for a while and probably do some donuts, and then we'll call it an episode. Hopefully it'll be a nice and short one today. That's kind of an inside joke because y'all know I have trouble making short episodes. So, you know what I just realized is I set up my tripod and everything. I can't film this because I have to use my phone to drive the Luba. So I didn't think this one through. I didn't bring a second camera. So we may have to do this without filming it, and y'all may have to just trust me on it. It may be like a trust me bro type moment. So this is what we've been doing here. You can see the huge pile that it's been rolling through over and over and over. I've just been sitting here for about 5 minutes doing donuts, so I don't think there's going to be a problem. There's not really any place in there for a rock to get. I'll do a few donuts like that, and then I will let you know if anything bad happened with all those rocks thrown on top of the tire like that. I know you can't physically see it right now, but I got Luba out there doing donuts in the driveway, so hopefully I'll be able to test this out thoroughly. I'm sorry you can't see it. It looks like it's doing donuts and there's no issues. I don't see any rocks. To back up a little, we're getting out of the gravel. There we go. We're not getting any rocks stuck in the wheels that I see, and I've gone through several huge piles. So here's an example of what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see, but it's digging through piles. Sorry I couldn't do a better job at filming this, but I just completely didn't think about bringing a second camera. So thanks for watching, and stand by for a update on OG Luba. I'm going to go ahead and clean off OG Luba here while I'm out. It just gets so dirty so quick by the wet grass, keeping up this 3 acres here. So it's probably mowed one day, which is about 5,000 square meters worth, and it's just completely dirty again. Clean all this out again. If the grass is this bad on the outside, when I lift it up, it's probably just caked under there. Yeah, look at that. Just completely caked in there. Now, if you've noticed on the newer models, this is not as wide. So they're starting to learn that that's a problem area. And so they've made that a little narrower so it doesn't catch and hold as much grass in there. I'm about to the point to where I'm just going to remove this and then just hope nobody gets their fingers cut off, because it's a pain in my butt. So something I didn't notice at the time, look at that left disc and see if you see anything missing. I see 3 blades and 1 missing. Well, that's as good as it's going to get for right now. I'm about to send Luba to the back, the very back, because it is way too tall back there. Luba's going to have an absolute torture session. It's probably going to have to mow that at least 2 or 3 times, because it's been a week since Luba has been back there because of a programming error on my part. Not Luba's fault, but now it is overgrown back there. So unfortunately, because of my mistake, Luba's gonna have a tough day. So we will go ahead and set that back down, give its top side and back end a little spritz. Again, clean off my camera, clean off its back end. All right, you're good to go, Luba. All right, Luba, sorry about your big task you got to do here. I put it on high grass mode, so it'll do it really slow and it'll take lots of time, but hopefully it's not really moist out there. That's what happens this time of year. That stuff just grows like crazy. Alright, so OG Luba is out here running on what looks like overgrown area. Now let me explain why it is slightly overgrown. Now that's the property line, so over there is not us, but normally Luba's area does not get this bad. So here's what happened to cause Luba to get behind here. So you remember the video I did maybe 5 to 7 days ago of the Lubas on a hill. We were testing out which Luba wheel design was better on a hill. Well, to take this Luba with me, I had to connect it to a different RTK. Wow, he seems out of balance. I'm gonna go ahead and stop him and see what's going on with its blade. That's vibrating a bit too much. We're missing a blade. Look at that. A blade has fell off. That's why Luba is out of balance. Let me send Luba back to the house. We'll go ahead and put that in a separate video, because I have had people ask me just to do basic maintenance video, and one of the things I could do is changing blades. So we will go ahead and do that in a different video. But let me finish telling y'all what happened to Luba last week. So I had to connect it to a different RTK to go do that test. Well, when you do that, everything here got deleted. All the maps, everything. So I quickly re-added the maps. And for one, I forgot to add a no-go zone around my mom's flower bed. So Luba decided it needed to mow the flower bed, but that wasn't Luba's fault. I forgot to add a no-go zone back. But the big problem was I deleted the schedule. Obviously, whenever you delete the map, the schedule goes away too, and there was no shown schedule. So I assumed it was all deleted. Well, I remapped the whole yard, and evidently the schedules still stayed, even though it didn't show them. So there's no way to edit them, and there's no way to delete them. They're like ghost schedules. So Luba starts up every night at 9 p.m. and mows some random place on our property. I just had my dad pull the key just so it would be safe and Luba wouldn't do anything stupid for the next week while I was away. Let's go ahead and start sending Luba home so it can be driving while I'm talking. So Luba was starting every night and operating on these ghost schedules that I could not change. So that was obviously a programming bug. They're going to have to figure that out. And if I try to make a new schedule during the same time, it says a schedule already exists, even though it doesn't. Now, somebody told me that you can do a factory reset by holding all 3 buttons down and then pushing the power button for a certain amount of time. I want to do that as a last resort because I don't want to remap everything again. I mean, it's not that hard, but I got 3 acres here to remap, so it's not pleasant to just remap it over and over if I don't have to. If it continues to operate on the ghost schedule this week, next weekend I will do a factory reset and just remap everything again, unfortunately. So let me go find some blades, and I guess we will change Luba's blades. So here's a better look at what's going on under here. You can see we got a blade, and then no blade. So we got a small problem though. I don't have any spare blades here. I think it would be better for me to take off this opposite blade that kind of levels out the disc instead of leaving it out of balance. And then I'll just have to, it's just gonna have to cut a week with only 2 blades on this side. And then next week I will go ahead and replace the blades on this thing. It's been mowing since February, and you can see that there's a little bit of pitting going on these razor blades. I went ahead and removed the blade opposite, so hopefully that will help it keep in balance until next weekend, and I can get new blades on this thing. So sorry, Luba. I'll have to remember it lost half of its cutting efficiency, so I'll have to mow it at half speed. Alright, I'm sending it back out to the tall section out there to finish. So really that's going to be an end to this episode again. Remember, look maybe next week for me doing an episode on how to change the blades on a Luba. This one's just going to have to hobble along with only 2 blades for a week until I can get back over here. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Hey guys, back one more time. Y'all know I don't know how to end an episode. They just go on and on and on. I just wanted to say, I was thinking that blade fell off somewhere in the grass. So now I have a razor blade in my parents' front yard somewhere. Nope. Anyway, another thing I just wanted to say was, I know that I get a lot of comments complaining about how long my videos are, but what y'all gotta realize, I mean, if you don't want to watch a long video, don't watch it. I'm not sitting there holding anything to your head to say you must watch my video. I appreciate everybody that watches, especially the ones that watch all the way through. The way Google, they're like, why don't y'all make shorter videos? Make a shorter video. Nobody wants to sit here and watch all this. So the way you make money as a YouTuber, Google puts advertising in your video, and they do not put an ad in your video if it's under 8 minutes long. So if you have a short video, that really affects how much revenue you can make from that video. And now I can already hear the follow-up comment, but crazy postman, all these companies send you these free things for you to review on your channel. And I mean, that's true, but Luba is not going to pay my light bill, and Luba is also not going to make my dinner. So I have to make a long enough video to get some AdSense revenue to plug that in. So I really appreciate all y'all watching. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe, and I'll continue to make interesting technology videos. I have gotten carried away on the Luba, but I promise I make other videos besides Luba videos. My channel started as an electric car channel because I had a Tesla and made a lot of videos about that. And it kind of turned into just EVs and technology review type situation. But I really appreciate all my subscribers. I really do. I try not to waste your time, but I am just full of things to say, and it's just hard for me to end episodes. And I have to make them longer than 8 minutes to get the ad revenue. I'm done for good. I'm really finishing now. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.